Yeah, we did. We learnt our name. Well, we pieced it together that our name was Harry, but we didn't find a way to sort of reflect that with a character.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
I haven't paid the cafeteria manager for damages yet.
You should take care of that, then.
But I don't have money.
Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the street. We'll figure something out.
Okay. So you've got a time limit. I wonder what happens if you just stay out all night. And you start taking damage because it's cold. He's still trying to fix this bird. Ooh. Are these people in here? No. But there's more people around. I can't talk to any of these.
Can I help you?
Here's your trash container key.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
I found the victim's clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Could someone on your staff have put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fugue state?
I think fugue states are more your forte, officer.
Yeah, that's fair. Who else has keys to the trash container?
The trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Yeah.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself down the road.
Well, that's good. Don't like the kudo. I don't think it'll be very helpful in the investigation.
Thank you anyway.
Yes?
About the money I owe.
Yes. Have you got it?
I was wondering if we could come to some sort of arrangement for tonight.
Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
It's cold out. I'll freeze to death because I'm losing the stupid money game.
Game? Everything is just a game to you, isn't it?
Hold on, I still have my key, you know.
Good luck trying to use it.
He taps his foot against a metal box installed in the back of the counter. Really?
Draconian measures.
All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key will open the lock.
This conversation isn't going anywhere, is it?
Not until you bring me the money.
Okay.
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
Bye. Okay. That one's saying it might take a while, but we might ask the Kuno. Let's just put a save on. And then we'll quickly ask the Kuno. Ask the Kuno. And then we'll go to his car. In which I'm hoping we go to the car and he pulls out a blanket or a sleeping bag. Like, that would just be perfect. Especially if he's like, yeah, good night. Yep, Kuno's still here throwing rocks at the body.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Hey, Kuno, I threw up and I can't investigate the body now.
Yeah, like a fucking volcano. Yeah. Fucking pathetic.
You were lucky you didn't die there.
Hey, maybe you got some advice for me. I mean, you're obviously handling it quite well.
Yeah. Kuno's got some advice for you.
He looks to his left, his right, then leans towards
What
you.
are you? Like 80, right? Maybe you should stop embarrassing yourself in front of a fucking kid.
Perhaps you could compress this negative energy and turn it into some sort of a cunified non-vomiter.
Cunified non-vomiter, here I come.
That's right. Turn your weaknesses into conceptual strengths. Try it again now.
Try what again?
Yeah,
Asking Kuno
like a
for,
You're lucky you didn't die there.
no.
Wish Kuno could. That Kuno doesn't fuck.
He doesn't care. There's an option to ask him stuff, was there?
Fuck does Kuno
I have more
care?
questions.
Yeah. The kingdom of Kuno. The fuck do you want with it?
The dead man's clothes are in the trash container. How'd they get there?
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
But I need to know. Someone may have tampered with the murder scene.
Listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit.
I was investigating the crime.
Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
Broke.
You'd have to be blind not to notice the giant white letters F-A-L-N running down his trouser leg.
Wait, I asked you what happened to his clothes? Entertain me, what's so great about pants? Or no, you don't know anything about tampering. I mean, investigating, I already have pants. Alright, what's so great about these pants?
Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists.
Pants scientists.
Believe it, you need this shit.
He unzips his jacket to give you a quick peek at the plastic wrapped pants. They are graphite black and look brand new.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness. Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready. They will also make you into an idiot.
Okay, yeah, I don't want to be an idiot. I might be interested in the pants. Let's talk about them later.
Alright, Piggo, shit's rolling.
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno. He's gonna steal all your money, Kuno.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust.
Yeah. We gotta buy the... Oh, man. Hey, there was a mug in the trash.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Yeah, does this racist mug have anything to do with it?
Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker? Cause he's the clothes fucker?
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Kuno. Someone has tampered with the crime scene. Cleaned some of it up.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
He nods in approval.
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Maybe I can what?
Tell the Kuno who it was. He's curious. He likes putting two and two together here.
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching.
Did I punch him earlier? No.
Get away from my Kuno.
Yeah? Get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face.
Hey, that ladder yours?
No, it's not fucking Kuno's. It's ancient. Look at it.
He thinks you're fucking fool, Kuno. He says you climb the ladder up to your magic tree house.
You couldn't help yourself? Fair enough.
Get the fuck out of here, pig. Kuno doesn't have a magic tree house.
What's in the greenhouse over there?
Dunno. Kipta's gardener used to work there.
Kit is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Areopagite descent.
Okay.
It used to be a common first name among the Areopagites of Ilmara. Not so much anymore.
Wait, you mean the young woman by the whirling in rags, that gardener?
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
He looks me in the eye and nods as if agreeing with himself.
Yeah, her.
Alright.
What was she doing in the greenhouse in March anyway? What kind of gardening is done in March? Fish is sometimes used to fertilize the soil a few weeks before planting something. Maybe she was preparing the garden beds.
Yeah, I'm going to ask her about it.
Yes, it seems suspicious. You don't like things being like that. Suspicious.
Let's ask Kuno about the stack of Eternite.
That's just some shit roofing gimps left behind. Lazy dinks.
Oh.
He's hiding something.
Are you hiding something?
Pig, if Kuno was hiding something, it would be hidden.
I mean,
But it is not hidden, is it, sire? You picked up on it. You should examine the pile of roofing material again.
alright, later, Kuno.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Alright, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Alright, Kuno. I don't know if we want to buy these pants. We do want to speak to the gardener, though. And we do want to have a look at where we're leveling up. We're going to go the visual calc again still? Or push some more? I really want this visual calc stuff. I want to be able to, yeah, like... Super CSI cop star. Although we might need some logic. Let's have a look at what role... Where do we find what roles we need to get? Uh-huh. That's a perception sight one. The set of tracks have visual calcs challenging. Let's have a quick look at this.
What do you see?
Where's the roll? These are found white checks. Those in white are available to try now. Yeah, but where is it?
A woman or a kid?
Don't think there's any way to be sure.
Understood. Any 200?
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is...
Yeah, one of them was
Possibly.
carrying him over. That's what we
But
think.
why?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up. You have a point there. Anyway, it's something to consider.
Hey Adam Sims, how you doing?
What else can you see? A
Oh.
week, maybe?
It is not impossible.
As I said, I pulled last week's for...
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures
Alright, well, it
would
says
preserve
the option to
tracks in a
roll
good
is
state.
there for us, but we don't have the option to roll. Acquire a copy of the city map. That'd be nice. It's the set of tracks. Visual calculus challenging. Hey chat, do you guys know how I'm supposed to find out where this roll is?
What do you see?
Or I just have to remember where it is in the dialogue, or just go through them all until I find it again?
Interesting. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor? No, it's not. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out their right shoe before... We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. Mm-hmm.
Huh. That's a pain.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
Yeah, see now that one is right there. And that's this one. Right. I can't even highlight that one. When I select these ones, they're white. When I select the Etonite, it's grey. And I select those ones, they go grey. Maybe it's the trade-off. Fantastic writing. Obtuse or ambiguous interface. The ladders for kids wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man.
What do you see? A woman?
Well, I
Or
see all the
understood?
options that I went through
In it
before,
200?
but I
He
can't
might be
find
right.
the
Possibly.
thing.
But why?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just... I'm not assuming it is interesting. Someone operating a work... No, it's not. Perhaps it could be a driver. We should keep our eyes open. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Okay, let's see what happens now that we've put a point in visual calc.
What do you see?
I still don't see
woman?
an option to
Understood.
roll.
200?
He might be right.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift, even easier to carry on.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll assume bugged. Or, yeah. Let's just go with bugged.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Etonite.
Yeah, I don't want to have a look at it. I don't want to roll at 58%. I'm going to be streaming for today. That's Monday. About 10 hours total, I think. Give or take. Alright, so it says we can... Someone said we can do the redo the rolls again, but some of these I can't even redo when I did do them. Although I think we did go do that one. Unless it's once per day. Although the interface says we can redo it still. I wonder if we can do it from here. Can we just roll it from here? Right click, left click, spacebar, enter. Okay, well, this is the thing though, like, it says here, and I can't remember if we did it or not, it says, these are found white checks. Those on white are available to try now. The set of tracks is on white, but it's not available to try. And I just leveled up Visual Calculus, which didn't change the colour, and it's still not available to try. So, I don't know.
Hello again, officer. How are things?
It's so late and you're still here.
I'm a Nighthawk. What can I say?
There's a little meanness in that smile.
Tell me, what exactly have you been doing in your greenhouse in March?
Well, this might be the last snow we get. At least I hope so. Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green up in the spring. At least that's what my grandma always told me.
Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow.
Visual Calculus. We should be able to roll that.
Stop looking at her. Look around. What do you see?
Entrance to the yard.
That's right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbour gates. This is a great vantage point. for keeping an eye on you.
Are you by any chance keeping an eye on us?
No, of course not. I don't understand what this is about. The kid did this, right? The red-haired rat? Can't say a sentence without or kipped. He's always giving me trouble.
I was talking to him, yes.
Maybe you shouldn't be. I mean, you do your job, but that kid is beyond help. And he certainly won't help you.
You've been resting here for quite a while, haven't you?
Yes, I'm tired.
I understand. The RCM isn't welcome here, and the locals want to keep an eye on us.
There's silence, the smallest of smiles.
That's okay, miss. Do what you have to do. I think we're done here. Let's go.
Yeah. Alright, we had a thing. Kim had a thing for us. Kim said he had something in the car for us, but it's not on our list of stuffs. Unless he's going to say sleep in the car.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Transport enclosure. Regular people just call it the cage.
Okay, let's look in the cage.
The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark.
Wait, what?
I confiscated these 4 a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal.
Wait, there's a pawn shop? I want to sell stuff. Wait. What do you mean you confiscated them? Let's be real dumb. What are hubcaps?
There are spinner hubcaps. Frivolous things you put on your wheels. When the wheels come to a stop, the caps keep on spinning. There's no real use for them, it's just for vanity.
Honestly, that sounds like an amazing physics demonstration.
Yeah. What do you mean confiscated them?
A couple of weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out he was some coalition official's son and high.
So you took his spinners?
Mm-hmm. I took them and arrested him for driving under the influence.
I get it. I would have confiscated them too. They're mesmerizing.
That they are. I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't necessary for conviction. He never asked for them back.
Huh. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate your help.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
Wait, can we talk to him? You said something about a pawn shop?
Yes?
Well, you know what? I want to talk about you.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
We'll work better together if we have more rapport.
That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
You're wearing glasses?
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this. But you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
Just observing.
I guess you don't need glasses, then.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. You don't look like other people around here.
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic.
What's Seoul?
It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity, and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolari state west of the Insulindian Isola. Actually, it's
Hey,
quite
Bonfire.
interesting. Some would even say mysterious.
You're only making it sound uninteresting. I still want to know more about Seoul.
You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revacholier.
A point of pride to him.
Okay, tell me a secret about yourself.
No.
Ask again.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow.
Yeah, he's not interested.
It's like you're locked down.
What's happening to me?
Something the matter, detective?
What's going on? It's like you're a puppet in his hands.
Yeah, give up.
The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
Do you ever talk with yourself?
What do you mean?
You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have conversations with, like, your brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary.
You're saying your brain never just chimes in with advice or warnings or anything?
I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think, I just use my notebook.
Okay.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. We all have our different mediums. His is written.
Alright, that's it.
Good. Let's change the subject.
You seem to be following me. We're working together. Tell me about the case,
What
actually.
do you want to know?
If we're from different precincts, why are we on the same case?
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
What do you mean?
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
Tell me about it.
It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it.
You should
If
tell
you
me. It
want my
seems
take,
relevant.
Later. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case?
Would you say this is a mysterious case?
No, it's not a particularly mysterious case.
Why not?
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
Okay. So the case probably isn't mysterious, but could it be sexy?
There was some interest in this case at my station, but not for the reasons you have in mind. You seem to wish there was
Maybe there's a young woman involved. No. I guess that settles it.
Excellent. Was there anything else?
No, that's all for now.
Good.
Okay. Pay for damages. Take the spinner hubcaps local pawn shop south of the plaza. Okay. We'll assume that south is down here. And that they're open at 11 o'clock at night. Ancient fountain. It doesn't pump water. There's a tree in it. Plastic wrapped macaroni stamped with humanitarian aid. Humanitarian aid tuna fish, not for resale. Speakers from the people of Samara. Food gift from the people of Messina. Helpline the company that controls the drawbridge. Hot air rises from the sewer, sour, acidic, and strangely comforting. Oh man, we're gonna get $200 for those? Sweet. Water locked out of order until Wednesday. Okay. There's something over there to look at as well. Oh, fingerless gloves. So we get interfacing here. We can get electrochemistry with the gloves. Roy's Pawn Shop, fast cash for faster times. Hey Roy, how's it going, man? Antique cash register. What do we have to... Most military wear with a few more eccentric fashions thrown in.
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Hjelmdal burning.
It's a rad man from Hjelmdal t-shirt you've got there.
Hell yeah, man. I don't usually carry printed tees, but this one was just pure exemplar.
Wow, we've got a lot in common. I'm a big fan of the man from Hjelmdal too.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that I'm a fan, but I do think the Hjelmdalaman saga is an integral part of our shared reality.
Alright.
Most people don't think that the man from Hjelmdal really existed, but they're wrong.
Oh, he thinks you think he was real?
I mean, even if the man from Hjelmdal didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect. Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Hjelmdal, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
It's for the best, because Hjelmdal is not a real place, and thus he could not have gone there.
So there could not be a man from
His
Hjelmdal.
theory isn't exactly incoherent, but its logic does suggest some unusual neural activity.
Sniff the
Interesting.
t-shirt.
Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there. Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
How much for the t-shirt?
2 real.
That's a bargain.
That's dirt cheap.
Couldn't you just give it to me for free then?
But why?
Perhaps I could repay you in some other way.
I deal in goods, not services.
Alright, $2 for the shirt. It gives us 2 physical instrument, 1 shivers, but -2 authority. No, people need to respect our authority. I do kind of want to buy the shirt though. What's this?
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Is that a street light?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
His manner is casual, but his speech is careful, measured. He wants you to know that he has nothing to hide.
Where did you get this?
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
Okay, let's have a look at
The
it.
light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently. This would make quite a statement in your living room.
How do we know we have a living room? How much?
700 real. A bargain, I dare say.
But 700 sounds about right. I imagine it wasn't easy soaring off that street lamp.
Hey, I don't know where it came from, but it's not every day you get to buy and sell something so extraordinary.
I don't think so. I don't want it. Not for 700 bucks. Oh, I do want it. Bust of a woman. Plaque simply says DEI. In the dark, a film projector is whirring away.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty.
Right, let's try to get this. So, don't mind taking that damage, because there's some points that you heal up in conversation.
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer, it's eating them all up now. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
I'm done. No one even likes cops.
Yes, it can be difficult to be on the receiving end.
Minor internet inconvenience. Yep. So we'd made it into the pawn shop and started rummaging through rubbish. I don't know exactly where it was where we lost signal, but I think it was somewhere where I rolled for looking at the NASA went down, yeah. Something under a box of like figurines. And instead of taking the medication to heal my mental state, I figured I'd take the loss of the point, because that way if we get a free refill somewhere, I get a free refill somewhere instead of using the medication. Save the medication for when we don't have it and we lose a second one. And then it brought me into a dialogue, and then we had a kind of a whinge. I'm done. No one likes cops. Kim says it can be difficult. Nothing we can do. Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism. End of game. That seems a little harsh. Especially since you have 2 points in mental health. Like, well, no, I mean, I think so. We'll just reload it back up. I guess we did die. We had full morale as... Oh, there it is. We do have full morale. So this is kind of weird. We lost 1 morale point and... we die? It doesn't feel right.
What a shirt. All other shirts back.
You did see a newspaper there. So I'm guessing it was death, but I don't understand why. Where we lost 1 morale point and I refused to heal it, but you have 2. So... I don't understand. If you don't heal a morale point, you die, you can't go to half morale? Hey Timnos, how you doing, man?
Martinez.
So we'll run through what happened.
You see rows of toy soldiers.
I went to dig up the box. We failed. We took a morale check.
Some on horseback, others in rags.
Yeah, it also looks like when you mouse over it, you can see that it's in 2.
All are stern and unyielding in their duty.
Okay, so you do only have 1 morale, which would explain why we died. But when I looked over when we failed the morale check, it only flashed the first half. Alright, so I thought, well, if we have 2, there's no point saving the first one because there's sometimes you get a free refill. It's not weird, it's a bug or something. And I'm going to put this on the weights and balances of awesome writing missing's programming. You know, it's weights and balances. The same as, like, we can't redo one of the roles that I want to redo, even though we topped up the thing. And I'm certainly not going to complain about it. It's interesting. We just know now that we have to refill morale, but we can take a hit point loss.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of... Why? What's this?
And because we
Headless
died,
man riding a horse.
now we
A headless
potentially
man
save
wearing
Scum a free roll.
futuristic tracksuit trousers that save
in
fat.
lieu of the cost of one of these drugs. I'm over it. Oh, I'm okay with it, I guess. What is this? Show it to the shopkeep.
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider.
Who?
The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head.
I wonder if we can use that when we talk to the Kuno.
50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
He lost his cap when he lost his head. Perhaps he's looking for the head.
Let's take the,
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
what, as opposed to leaving it in the store that I bought it from?
Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks. The kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
These are Franco-Nigerian cavalry, right?
Mm-hmm. I used to be very serious about my Franco-Nigerian knights.
Inspect the uniforms.
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
What exactly are these?
Which ones? Ah, royalist soldiers from the time of the Revolution. The uniforms are painted a bit too brightly, I suppose.
Okay, the figurines in rags.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
How was your weekend, Timnos? We finished. We made it to maps with our Path of Exile character. Very happy with that. Are these even soldiers?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
I wish it was more nuanced. As it stands, I cannot comment.
I don't like either set very much, to be honest. But there are many parents among my customers.
Well, it's been hot, was that yesterday? Oh. Well, conversely, on the other side of the world, it's been cold.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented.
Nice,
They
though.
stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
Stand on the tips of my toes to see more. Try not to fall over and hurt yourself.
One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8.
Well, I wonder if we can
approved.
find a song here to sing karaoke to.
Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Shopkeep, this Stereo 8 approved machine here?
Is the Harman Welsh W2, made in Vespa, designed in Seoul, plays all reel-to-reel formats, 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
Had the year's first ice cream, nice. Are you sure this is all in working order?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though I don't really like music.
Oh, fair
That's
enough.
odd. Why doesn't he like music?
Wait, you don't like music? What do you like then?
The stuff I record myself. Silverware shaking in drawers as motor cars race by. Nocturnal animals climbing on the roof. Airship rotors. That kind of thing.
Okay.
Maybe you should ditch music as well. Get into these more experimental sounds he's describing.
Right, I want to know, could this device come in handy in my police work?
If police work means playing tapes, sure. You can use it for that. Or any other time you'd need to play a tape.
Okay. The plastic headless fawn rider sits atop equally plastic bull, his posture indicating either desperation or pride. Comes with a set of infamous fawn cap for which he lost his head. Oh, he's holding it. Head is not included.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop. What can I do for you?
It's shameful how insufficient the police presence is in these parts.
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored.
Being terminally bored doesn't sound that fun.
As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Quite the collection. I may have something to add to it.
It keeps me entertained.
His attention is drawn once more to the play of the light and shadow on the walls behind you.
He's well composed, but underneath it you sense psychedelic processes bubbling. Some kind of drug, maybe.
We could swap out our gloves and maybe roll a bit better.
Greetings on this fine night. What brings you here?
Oh, wait, how come he's still open?
The pawn shop is always open.
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Pyrrolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
I think that only would have failed on double one, unless we lose on ties. Pyrrolidon, what is that?
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Get straight to the point. Where does a man get some of these days?
How would I know?
Chill out, man. I'm a chill out cop who just wants some of what you're having. Wink, wink. No judgment, just curious. I probably did loads before I lost my memory.
I've had to take it. You know, since the People's Pile cleanup. I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade.
Hey, Mr. Etz, you think about whether to get the game or not? If you love... I mean, it seems like a very, very well-written interactive story. With some sort of RPG light mechanics. Very little gameplay, though.
He's taken it for mental and emotional. Not physical pain these days.
The People's Pile, what's that?
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you too.
The People's Pile was a Type U particle decay generator that failed immediately after entering service, releasing radioactive waste into River Esperance.
What's a particle decay generator?
A primitive nuclear reactor, also called a pile.
That's why it's called the People's Pile. Okay.
Construction began during the Commune of Revachol. The people continued work on it after the Commune fell. They wanted a cheap source of energy for Revachol West. Needless to say, things didn't work out.
Why did it fail?
An emergency valve defect resulted in steam pressure blowing the turbine, taking the fuel containment vessel up in the explosion. Both the faulty design and lack of finances contributed to the catastrophe.
Tell me more about this emergency relief brigade you're part of.
We were an all-volunteer force, self-organized. Tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance. Didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out.
It's nice the game is voice acted. Yeah, oh, extremely.
There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick.
Must have been tough, radioactive cleanup.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened. And why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile.
Sorry, games are annoying when it's mainly cutscenes. Yeah. That's different, because that's like the story's just getting told to you, right? At least here you can choose, like, and this is more choose your own adventure, which you can't really do in cutscenes, right? The best you can kind of compromise is in like, well, like in Dragon Age, I guess, where we're playing recently, or I guess a lot of RPGs, where it's the camera like zooms in close to the person you're talking to, so you're actually looking at their model talking, but that's not really a cutscene. You know.
So much disappointment. An early death. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Some of those even have some light action in between some of the dialogue choices, which are nice. But yeah, I remember watching my brother playing one of the Metal Gears a long time ago, and it just seemed that all he was doing was watching video. You know, like he wasn't doing any gameplay.
No one's. Everyone's.
He shakes his
A
head.
bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
Boom.
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it.
So instead of cleaning it up, he just put an open sign on the front door.
So I came to Martinez.
Oh,
People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but
yeah.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Well, I think the problem with those as well, Mr. Etz, is that, yeah, it's like watching a movie, except it's really bad quality because it's made by people that make games, not movies. Like, if I want to watch a movie, I'll watch one made by people that make movies.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
I don't want some of them. By the way, you don't happen to have any guns like the ones carried by cops?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
Hey, we got a lead on our gun. Hopefully Kim didn't hear that. Oh, and we're gonna die to morale.
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. Oh God.
It's weird that it stops at that halfway point as well, so I don't know why it's got 2 charges even though we have 1. And the writing's usually a lot worse, yeah.
The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another. Alert.
Was the buyer a policeman too?
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her. Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
There's only one explanation. She must be one of my rabid fans.
In that case, she'll be happy to get a visit from us, if we can find her.
Yeah. Wait, I sold you my gun?
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
Okay.
And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
Any idea where I can find this buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
Alright.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
Well, this is a small town. At least we know how we lost the sidearm.
Of course.
There's something I'd like to sell.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump a mesk banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
Of course, I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with you. Do come again.
Thank you.
Takes cash and turns to us.
Here's the 100 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
Oh.
The rest is for him, to compensate for the pain of being separated from his radiant spinners.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
I'll check my pockets.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
I mean... Oh, we need that. Yeah, you can have a shot football. Do we want to sell the postcard? I don't think so. Let's sell the antique useless weapon. And we just bought that. Let's close that down. Don't have anything to sell at the
Another
moment.
time, perhaps.
Hey, you might be able to aid our oh, hang on. This is jumping at us, so let's have a look at this first. No. That's not helping. What happened here? Oh, I think that's because our morale went down and we healed ourselves. How do I unlock these?
Hello, hello.
Aid
Let
our
me know
investigation,
if I can
please.
help you with anything.
I wanted to ask about my missing gun
Sure
again.
thing.
No.
Sure, man. I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
You know anything about the recent hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business. Bad for everyone.
Yeah, fair enough.
He doesn't know anything.
Alright, thanks,
The
dude.
pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
Care to share your holiday with me?
You said you done it before, yeah?
The lieutenant steps away, pretending to admire some of the knickknacks on display. Looks like he doesn't want to get involved. He won't be your nog, but he won't be thrilled about this either.
Kind of wish I didn't ask this guy about this stuff now. I tried it once and I liked it. No, wait. I haven't, but don't worry, I could take it.
If you say so. Here you go, man.
He presents a large cap-shaped object in the palm of his hand. Very
Yes,
odd-looking.
darling. That's the coalition government ordained parolidon. Straight into
I
your
think it's time to
guts.
change your ways, dude. You're not looking too flash-hot. Actually, I changed my mind. I don't need any.
I respect your decision, officer. What else can I help you?
I gotta leave. Alright. It's almost midnight. I wonder if there's a penalty for if you're up late. Since it's cold out. That'd suck. You could potentially end up in a spot that you can't get out of. I'll have to run back to the oh yeah, there's one of the lamps. Okay, we've got some money. We can so I think with a custom character, you'd want to make sure you have 2 morale points. That way you can take a morale hit and then potentially gain one.
Can I help you?
Here's the money I owe you.
Yes. Have you got it?
I have your money.
Well,
We don't want to say I hope you choke on it. And I'm not going to apologize for the trouble. I've seen a fair bit of it. I didn't end up playing it. But it looks pretty good. That looks more gameplay with light story. Well, probably with reasonable story.
great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow.
Okay.
The electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
Right, so the longer you take to solve the case, the more you have to keep paying.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
Did we see another thing? No, wait. I wanted to say, did we see another thing?
Can I help? Another thing.
No.
Correct. Yes.
Well, I wonder if What's-Her-Face is up.
The door is closed. You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it.
Am I a smoker?
Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like a smoker, especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub. Still
No, she didn't, Bonfire.
smoldering deliciously.
But she broke it at the filter. I can't smoke that.
How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that. A carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied. Then smoke them all.
Yes, I should do that. I should enthusiastically do that. I should not do that. I'll make it priority 1. Well, I'll think about it.
Good. They'll make you stronger and better. You're too old to be cool now. But find cigarettes, smoke them, blam. Instantly a cool renegade man. A mystical red dragon with smoke rising from his nostrils. Plus, smoking them gives massive bonuses.
Oh, really? Find smokes and smoke them. Equip it in the held slot in your inventory and the smokes will do the rest. Oh, we've got a level up. I mean, I'd like to put my visual calc up, but it turns out I can't re-roll that one anyway. We can go encyclopedia. Oh, logic, maybe? Doesn't even show us what points we get for more. Oh, info. Let's push logic up for now. Oh, you can get the thought process points with it? Ah, that's interesting. Alright, let's do that then. Let's start learning Hobocop. Oh, the bow collector? No, I don't want that one. Oh, okay. Why would we want -1 on composure? Because we're a Hobocop. Alright, why not? We'll see if we get anything good from that.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Good night, Lieutenant.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Alright, let's go. Yeah,
air
oversleeping can
outside is
make
brisk.
you feel tired too, though.
The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
I didn't know you smoked, Kim.
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
I think I might want to pick up smoking. Do you have any more cigarettes?
I apologize, but I only brought one with me. I have exactly one cigarette every night while going over my notes.
But what happens if we're here tomorrow?
You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will, and unhealthy.
Yet, were he to quit, he would lose the cool factor. This man relishes his cool quite a bit, below it all.
Right then, the debrief.
Yes. It's been a long and eventful day.
How do you think we went today? Or how do you think today went?
Well, you were so hungover that you couldn't keep it down when we approached the hanged man. So we didn't even inspect the body.
Yeah, that was bad.
But we performed a thorough search of the premises of the crime scene. That's great.
Well, I mean, I generally prefer to start with searching the scene and then move along to dealing with the
It's
dead
not
bodies.
my job to evaluate your methodology, officer. I'm just going through the facts. As for the interviews, we weren't able to find the union leader, Everard Clare, much less interview him. So that's on the to-do list for tomorrow. We didn't talk to the Wild Panz rep. We really must do that tomorrow. Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
It saves time, and we've got a limited time before I have to spend another $20 apparently. I only have 11.
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't like to waste time, you know. My mind moves fast, so the rest has to try to keep up.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those hills.
I wonder if you never took a run, like, because the option is you can walk. If you walked everywhere, if he wouldn't give you that option.
Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
Oh, time only passes while in conversations and interactions. Oh. Well, I mean, time for me passes, though, while he's walking, and he walks really slowly. So... What are our powers exactly, the RCM?
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Rebachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
1,000, why not more?
The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We are not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure of Rebachol.
Yeah, the production value of the game's really high. Potentially has multiple replay as well, if you're into it. Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse?
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM.
What else?
We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station coldly. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
Wait, how can you be assured the arrestee will show up?
You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
I see, and if someone resists?
As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in the watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power.
Wait, so if I kill someone while on duty?
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best.
Yeah. What happens to the people we convict?
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Couron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
Who makes all these rules?
The coalition government, and the moral intern more broadly.
Okay.
The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less.
And his gaze absently fixed on a window just below that just went dark. Wait, what went dark?
Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Rebachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
Say nothing.
Silence. A great comment to such a conundrum.
Yeah. Say nothing, just look into the night.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. An aerostatic passes overhead, the whiskers of its floodlights on the ground below. Kitsuragi's glasses light up as he looks to the sky. Two glowing circles.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different in land, in Jamrock and the GRIH.
Why are they like this?
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our two precincts.
Oh, that's why we're both here, because it's right in the middle. And in Jamrock and the GRH.
We run this city. West of the river is RCM land.
Looks at the dark silhouette of the equestrian monument cutting into the night sky.
It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
I hope our investigation will help improve the situation here. At least do some good.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
He is very tired, but the dark circles under his eyes make him look younger, not older.
The Moral Intern. What's that? The Moral Interns. Oh.
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
No, I really don't know. That's how bad it is in here.
Okay. They're a union of
Point
center-left
to our
and
head.
center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
What do they believe in?
What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
Those others say they continue the humanist project set forth by Dolores Day.
Wait, what's their symbol?
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline.
Okay,
I think you can gauge
DEI
what they want you
was
to think of
somewhere.
them
Where did we
from
see
that.
something that had DEI on it? And the text made a note of it only has the letters DEI. Except it didn't have it as as separate letters. It had it as one word. Oh, it was the bust at the pawn shop. Thanks, Jogan.
Something kind and usual. Something almost self-explanatory.
No, I think that was it.
Something even a little feminine, but in a strict manner.
Look, our brains work in the storm
Something
here.
like the dark blue, serious color of the early night sky above.
Who was Dolores Day?
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
What do you think of them?
The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
I have an opinion on the moral intern.
Do you?
Things about up there. We need them here giving us the right to police Revachol. They've done an awful job here. Have you seen the place? This isn't humanism. We are stooges. Municipal kip. On second thought, I don't have an opinion. Yeah, they've done an awful job here. Have you seen this place? This isn't humanism.
We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes.
Actually, Vigilantes is okay with me.
Then you will adore Martinez. For many of these people, the Union especially, vigilantes is precisely what we are. Personally, I don't enjoy it much.
Alright, thanks, dude.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Yeah, not Kim.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting.
The
But
bed.
it's yours. The sheets look awful.
Crawl in.
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. And then sleep doesn't come. And then, sleep doesn't come.
But I want to sleep.
Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening.
Why?
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Check the pillow.
Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly. Smells of alcohol and sweat, and grease.
Check the blanket.
It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing.
Roll over to the other side.
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
Who killed him? Who?
Something to do with... What was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves.
No more thoughts. Fall asleep now.
Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
We're outside. Here's the question, are we actually outside or are we dreaming we're outside? And is Kuno still throwing rocks at the body? It's us.
Do you remember the scent
Vampire,
of
see you later,
your
man.
childhood?
What is this?
What it says on the can, Harry. Answer the question.
I remember nothing.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
What is this? I'm not answering before you tell me who you are.
You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone. Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life?
You said, who?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth?
I left? I was left.
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle, and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have
Yeah, that's right,
friends,
Timus.
Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I can get it all back.
No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
Wait, what is Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Isolas on the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people, and you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
No, that's a big screw up. I've seen you before.
No, you haven't. You're just sleep talking. And the act is wearing thin, too. The spots on the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time. Sweating up the bed. Stinky boy.
I can come back from this.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown? Who are you kidding?
I'm trying to solve this case.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
New type of hangover. Oh, there's another type?
Oh yes, party boy. And it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too.
Yeah, kids are on the disco ball theme.
Soon already.
Disco ball's shining
alarm goes
outside.
off in your head like clockwork.
Looks nice.
Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Oh, no wonder he spent the last 2 days not sleeping. Didn't sound very fun.
Good going, buddy.
Oh my god, what the hell was that?
Oh, just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
What's going on with me?
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
Why is this happening?
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more.
Or we could leave it out of our system?
You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline.
Wait, what is speed? No, I can take this. I'm not going looking for
Are
it.
you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired.
That's a lie. I can do this without the speed. Half the town won't be dead.
Suit yourself, slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark.
It's our first step of a new life, boys. Should we try to knock on this dude's door? Hey, Kim, wake up. I need to use your bathroom. Someone broke mine. Kim?